I'm going through my Amazon and I remember seeing a video. In fact, I'm trying to remember what account I had it on. Let's go through my history. But I remember watching a video about the prices of hard drives. And the guy was saying the prices of hard drives have gone up really bad because there's supposedly a memory shortage from memory sticks, like the RAM sticks, to hard drives, which would be solid states or the SATAs, all because the data centers are buying these things up. I can't really find it, but cost of HDDs. Uh, Cost of HDDs going up. Oh yeah, and yeah, I think it was this. Yeah, I think it was this video to be honest. So it was shocking. And it makes sense why, because every time, and this is pathetic, even though I say it makes sense, every time a corporation claims there is a shortage or they don't have enough to sell, they raise the price because in their mind, and I saw this during the oil shortage, the first 2 months of the Iran Israel United States war, the companies are not making money or their profits, right? So the way they see it, while they're not making money, they have to dip into their profits. So if they even sell anything, they double the price to get back what the cost is to sell it, plus the loss of them dipping into their profits. And it's like crazy because instead of, and that's more like short term gains, if you really understand that. That's short term gains. So I was just going through my wish list because I just lost 2 hard drives and it sucks. But luckily, I have a cloud drive attached to my router. It's well over, no, actually, it should, no, it is actually 11 years old. So it's well over 10 years old. Thank God it's still holding its own. I don't run it that much, so that's why. Because if you know anything about magnetic drives, they don't last, usually don't last past 10 years, usually. Depends on how much they run and how hot it is. So I have recently bought 2 solid states. I think they were actually, this is showing 4 terabytes. So I think they were 2 terabyte at the time. Yeah. Now this is showing 4 because I wanted to get 4 because I'm about to run out of space on 2. As you can see, not on sale, not even purchasable. You gotta see buying options, right? Well, the last time I looked at these at 4 terabyte when they were supposedly available, yeah, they're not even selling 4 terabytes anymore. It's less than sells 1,000 for 8 terabytes. That's retarded. Anyway, yeah, they completely took the 4 terabytes off the market. Like that's crazy. Okay. Now, I remember distinctly these 2 terabytes were like two something, and I got it on sale for half off. 399. Look at these up here. 353. This little small, I don't know what the shit that is. 299. Now, you have to keep in mind that the speed is critical. Okay. So the faster, the more expensive. That's key, right? I got these at 1050, and it's decent. I mean, I can't really tell. I mean, all I'm looking at is durability. Okay, I bought the 2 terabytes at this price at the time. Now, going back to what that YouTuber had in his video, he said they doubled or tripled. So now here's the sneaky thing. In fact, let's go back. Look at this carefully. Price history on the 1 terabyte. There is no price history on the 2 terabyte. You see how sneaky Amazon is? I'm going to show you why. I went through this before I decided to re-go through this. So the 1 terabyte, right? It's 152. I paid that for 2 terabytes on sale. And you can do, in fact, with the AI Alexa now, you can actually price history anything now if you're smart enough to think about it. But they're not gonna think you're gonna think about it to price check something a year ago. It's, oh shit, we're getting price gouged. Most people don't think past their thought processes of thinking past their nose. Anyway, so you see 1 terabyte since July, 144. You think, oh, that's not bad. I mean, it hasn't gone nowhere. Try 3 months. Yeah, it was higher, it went down. Okay, again, you may not think much of it. You see, that's the problem. Some people stop right there. You always want to go a year back. That's where you have a mic drop. $81. And I do believe that was accurate because I bought the 2 terabyte. They're attached to 2 of my laptops. 2 terabytes. I bought the 2 terabytes around this time. Now they're 150. So basically, if this was 160, that's doubled in a year. For what? That's drastic. Watch the 2 terabyte. See what AI does? Completely gets rid of it because there is no option to price history yet. So this is what you do. Pay close attention to this. Price history. Just that simple. And again, it's going to tell you the past 30 days. Now, the funny thing is, in the past month, it jumped double for a 2 terabyte. Man, that's retarded. That is complete price gouging. It doubled just about. That's ridiculous. Going 3 months. They're gonna say, well, it didn't really go much. Okay. See, you see that dip right there? That was a sale. You can tell when a sale goes. Look at that. This is about when I bought my hard drive. So anybody watching this video, I do not want to see any comments in the comment section talking about I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, or I don't know when I bought my hard drive. It's right there. 160. It was, in fact, a whole year ago. That would probably put it at maybe 140. That's insane. That's well over a 50% increase. Make that make sense. And again, you see the spike. You see that spike. They're going to call this, oh, well, supply and demand. No, not really. Y'all just did that on purpose because they sold out of the 4 terabytes. People started needing to get the next best thing less, and they did that. So they're gonna make it like it's your fault because you needed a 4, you have to go for the 2, and they see the prices are going through the cart at whatever it was, and so they just raise the price so they can get profits. And then when the 2 terabytes run out, and everybody's stuck to get the 1 terabyte. Guess what? They're gonna raise the price on the 1 terabyte.